As you were saying, Luca, like everything we do in Roxom, one of our favorite things, and actually one of the most important theses within Roxom is to how to earn more Bitcoin, right? Like how can I, as an individual, how can I stack more Bitcoin? How can I invest in a way that gives me more Bitcoin every single month? And I think that the reason of why we listed Stretch and SATA is because with this whole emerging economy, let's say of digital credit, we essentially saw a way and a path for people to build a portfolio in which they can get Bitcoin income. And the truth is that today, through Strive and through Stretch and SATA, I'm sorry, you can actually get Bitcoin dividends every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, you're able through Roxom to get a Bitcoin paycheck, a Bitcoin payment, Bitcoin income, a Bitcoin dividend, and so on. So first off, I think that this let's say concept is very strong. Then the real question for me kicks in, which is like, how can people all across the world build a portfolio in which they can constantly earn Bitcoin? I mean, like this is just the beginning, but I do definitely think that this has to be further explored, developed. There should be more and more alternatives and ways of achieving this. And then on the other hand, we have everything regarding like what we call like this kind of Bitcoin investment products, such as what we call Roxom Carry that we've announced a couple of weeks ago, and that soon there will be plenty more and very interesting news, which is again, how can you make more Bitcoin with your Bitcoin? Because one of the things that many people say, which is true, is, hey, if you buy Stretch or you buy SATA, um, then you lose exposure to Bitcoin. Well, that is true. That is if you wish to have a if you have a stack of dollars and so on, and you wish to buy an instrument that provides you with income, and then you wanted to receive that income in Bitcoin. Now, what we've unlocked in Roxom, that is what we announced about Roxom Carry, is the ability to get exposure to Stretch or to get exposure to SATA without losing exposure to Bitcoin, which is the most important part. And for everybody who's watching this right now, the way we call it internally is variable Bitcoin income, right? Because it's like, or variable Bitcoin yield, because essentially what you do by doing the carry trade, which again, let's all remember, what is Roxom Carry? What is the Bitcoin carry trade that we're talking about? It's very simple. You borrow against your Bitcoin, so you don't lose exposure to your Bitcoin. Um, without a borrow with that loan, sorry, you go out to the market and you buy Stretch that is yielding at 11.5%. So let's say that you were borrowed at 7%, 7.5%. You're making a 4.5, 4% delta carry, let's say, on the loan, and assuming a 50% LTV, you're going to be getting 2 to 2.25% net yield, net carry on your Bitcoin, right? So it's these kind of instruments, these kind of things that we're seeing that the whole digital credit space is unlocking, is enabling, and then of course, like companies such as Roxom building on top of this. There's many others. We haven't seen something yet with the concept of the carry trade, but most definitely um, there will be more and more products similar to ours coming out.